Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. We have free speech, but some free speech is not allowed, or at least must be put under the carpet. Even though it's obvious that those ideas, or as insulting or bad they might be, if you express them without inciting to violence, but even if you say, well, I don't like this store, they say, oh, that's inciting to violence because you portray a negative opinion on that certain store. Therefore, people might act based on your dissatisfaction with the store. I mean, they can extrapolate it, they can just turn it into that. But their behavior, their statements, no, they're all good. What happened? People play football or soccer and you have a lot of fans, and the fans get together and they might, say something. Well, if that's whatever they say during a football game is what we like, it's going to be promoted. If it's something we don't like, we call them names, okay, and we condemn them, even though they just express their free speech. The right of the free speech. I know. Some people say, well, that's not the time and it's not the place. I agree with that, but so is your message. I don't want to hear your bullshit message on people's t-shirts that play, or your advertisers save this, say this to this. No, drive, don't drink, drink responsibly. Heineken's commercial and others. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The guys who watch football. Soccer, European. Oh my God, they're all promoting this. Yes to this, no to this, yes, aha, hoo-hoo-ha. But when the people really give you the message, not your bullshit, the message, no, that's not the place and the time. Why? Because you say so? After all, you exist because of us. We are the fans. We pay, actually. If we're out and we don't watch, these things will disappear, or we'll get to like this. You will pull out the money immediately out of the football players and all that. If nobody comes, it's like a product nobody buys. It's going to be like you go and play football in the, backyard or in the schoolyard. That's what it's going to turn into. But people pay for it. Pay for tickets, watch programs, watch this, commercials. That's how it's done. So the same with the banks. The bank exists only because of us. We don't exist because of the banks. The banks exist only because of us. But things are somehow turned around. So what happened? Poland. Oh, no. Poland, some Polish people showed what they really feel about the Ukrainians. During a football game, they call them ultras. For us, it's just the Galleria, the guys who are, oh, yeah, ooh, how do you call them here? The cheerleaders, but not the... That's, for me, it's such a stupid thing, and it's a really cheerleading. You got like girls dancing and jumping, and and people are, yes, yeah, you look good. That for me is cheerleading in America. You look at the girls dressed very, how should I put it, lightly, and with a little bit of attire, and they do all kind of abracadabra so you can, look, and so on. And yeah, that's what's going on. Don't tell me, well, it's just you who looks so. Why don't they come with a full clothed, loose clothes, let's say. I'm not saying they should be now with Sharia law here or anything like that. That's a different place. That's their choice. They do whatever they want. But here they come almost naked, jumping up and down, and they're the cheerleaders. Why do I need them? It used to be us being the cheerleaders, right? The public yelling, and they're called ultras. Okay, and I think these guys take the ultras to being extreme. Extreme, not good. All right, not good. I remember when it was the American Revolution, those guys were extreme in what they wanted to achieve, and they achieved. Obviously, breaking a system and breaking the colonies out of the British control. That was very ultra, if you know what I mean. So let's see what happened here. This is from the New Voice of Ukraine. And here it is. Slask Wrocław. Soccer ultras display anti-Ukrainian banners during their team's match. So here they are. Stop Zapad Kopak Polski, Hapadlika Tyła Polski, Kupa Rzepek Hapa Szaparapa. Okay, you, my Polish friends that I have, or I don't, you can read it clearly. And I'm gonna have the translation here. A demonstration by Polish soccer fans, there you have it, thank you, during a recent match is raising fears of a backlash against the nearly 1 million Ukrainians who have sought refuge in Poland from Russia's full-scale invasion and war in Ukraine. All this, my friends, I was telling you so many times, the whole backlash is not a backlash. It's just now these guys have a reason to point out, oh, this is our lives is fucked up now because of these guys. That's the message. I said before and I will say it again. Their position on Ukrainians, it's not a loving, they don't like one another. They don't love. Why? As I said before, history, my friends, history. And they're going to use the same thing here. During the second round of the Polish Soccer Championship on July 29th, Slask Wrocław faced a disappointing home defeat against Zagłębie, with a score of 1-2. But the match result was overshadowed by a troubling display off the pitch. Free speech? Hateful? Well, they expressed, we don't like those guys, they take our jobs, we support them here, we give them, because I think the Ukrainians now, they can go to school and I think they can take temporary jobs or so, and they also receive some housing subsidized by the Polish people, not the government. Government gets the money from the Polish people, so that's why I just cut the line here. Throughout the match, a group of the home team's ultras fans displayed disturbing anti-Ukrainian posters in the stands carrying messages such as, and I'm quoting, Ukrainians massacred children in Volhynia. You know that one? You know that incident? Okay. And I'm quoting again, stop the Ukrainianization of Poland, end quote. Holy moly macaroni. In addition to the banners, some Polish supporters also made, let me put it like this so you have it like this, made insulting remarks about Ukrainian nationalist figure Stepan Bandera and the Ukrainian insurgent army. Now, they say nationalist, but you can be a nationalist, but it's what you do. I can call myself, let's say, I'm just extrapolating, let's say that guy Adolf in the 1930s, 1940s, Germany would have called him the angel of peace. Let's say he would say, I'm the angel of peace. Would that make him the angel of peace? Obviously not. What makes you what you are? Your actions. Right? The way you behave. A pig is a pig because we call him a pig, and hey, pig is dirty because the pig is dirty. He can say, I'm the cleanest guy on the farm, baby doll. I don't think so. Let's move on. No, it's not like only nowadays that we change this one. If I want to be the angel of peace, I am the angel of peace, and I'm, if I want to be this, I can be that, and you have to respect that. Kindness, be kind. But how about me? Are you kind with me? No, only you have to be kind to me. I don't have to be kind to you. So same here. They call them, nationalists. Yes, he was a nationalist, Bandera, but it's much more than being a nationalist. Too many. I mean, if you look at Martin Luther King, Jr., Reverend Doctor. Okay, you have to say the whole thing. Look at that guy. If you take it that he was a civil rights leader and he said a lot of fantastic things and he was supported by, and now you get the list, names and organizations, and you won't like that a bit, that names and organizations, or you're going to look at his little love life. If you look into it and find out what was going on, again, that adds to the figure. But that's not representative of whatever he said. So, okay, I'm taking this guy as what he said. Good. But I'm not going to say he was this kind of man or... No, it's more, add more, to see the whole shape of the object. Don't look at the iPad only from this angle and say, the iPad is... Hey, Gigi, have you ever seen an iPad? No, this is the way an iPad looks. What do you mean, like a white little line? Yeah, exactly. You have to look like this, you have to look like this, you have to, what I mean? And turn it on and show its functionality. So same with these guys. All right, now let's go back to Bandera, Antonio Banderas here. A Ukrainian national resistance army that fought both the Soviet and the German Nazi invaders in Ukraine during the Second World War and in the decade after it. So from here you say, what's the connection? What's wrong with these ultras? They're crazies. It was just no, we don't want that. So it's just a Ukrainian national resistance army. I mean, who would be against, fighting the Soviet army and the German Nazi? Nobody. Who were invaders of Ukraine during the Second World War. But that's not even half of the truth. Okay, I'm not gonna play this. I don't think that's it. The incident is gathering attention, particularly considering that on September 9, the Ukrainian national team is scheduled to play against England in Euro 2024 qualifying match at the Slutsk Wroclaw Stadium in Wroclaw. Ooh, get ready. They're not gonna be playing, or they're gonna be playing against these empty stands, or they would say if you show anything political or social, you're gonna be arrested. They will just change the venue. But how can you gonna change it? You're gonna have Poles showing up. Some 8 million Ukrainians are estimated to have become refugees in other countries following the launch of Russia's full-scale invasion of war in February 24. Poland is one of the largest host countries of Ukrainian refugees in Europe, having taken in nearly 1 million Ukrainians, according to market and consumer data company Statista, that I use often, and people have a problem with that, but even these guys, you use whatever works in your interest, right? If you want to win an argument. But in this case, we don't do this. We just say what we know about things that these guys do not tell us. Have you seen anything about any massacre over there? No, they just portray those ultras who are bad people, but Bandera is just a nationalist. Okay. And remember, it's not like this. Some people's freedom fighters are other people's terrorists. It's not like that. Because you know exactly what happened in, I was about to say Katyn forest. What's that called? It just sometimes escapes me the name. Where is that? Volhynia. Just read about it, and there's no way around it. Sometimes the Ukrainians try to point out, but the Poles did the same thing to us. Well, a rape here and a rape there, they don't nullify. We still have victims. So either way, you're going to say, it's 1-to-1, we're good, man. It's not like that. No. Crime. And there were not hundreds of people. There were thousands of people. But anyway, this is one problem between, one of many, between the Ukrainians and the Poles. And it's because of history, my friends. Because of history. Why do you think Hitler wanted the Danzig corridor, wanted Danzig? Because Danzig was given to Poland that was non-existent as a country before the First World War. Unfortunately, it was, dismembered in, 1794, I think, 1795, around that, 94, 95, 1794. They were dismembered. And there was some duchy or something over there, but it was not Poland per se. Until the Second World War, after the First World War. After the First World War, they say, well, we're going to make it. Germany, you give this part over here from Prussia. And then from East Prussia, they give Danzig, another. And the Germans are like, okay, all right. And then the bad guy came and said, no, 99999. Give me back. And the Poles said, and the Brits said, no, don't give them anything. And if they do something, we're going to come and put them in their place. And the French said the same thing. And when the Germans invaded, right, in September 1st, 1939, they declared war to Germany. But at the same time, the Soviet Union invaded. Nobody declared war to the Soviet Union, to the communists. I wonder why. Well, one hint I can give you, look at the names of the leaders of both countries, okay? And maybe that's going to help you. I mean, communism was worse than the economic system and the political system, however you want to take it, in the other country. Yeah, they have the craziest ideas, right? National Socialism and so on, but still they have capitalism system. Over there, they have everything these guys like dictatorship, brutal, crimes, Holodomor happened. By that time, right, they have it, and nevertheless, the Holodomor happened in Ukraine already. It was 1930s, right? By the Stalin, by the Georgian, and they don't declare war to these guys, which are also communism, and communism was internationalist. That means they want to, through revolution, overthrow governments. They said it. It was the revolutionary movement. Well, Lenin said it. That means we're going to topple governments for our revolution. That's our main thing, internationalists and blah, blah, blah. So that would be the biggest danger, but they declare war only to against Hitler, which they should have. But what about the other ones? It was not kosher, my friends. Anyway, this is it. They are obviously against what these people are saying, which is free speech. If you say it's not the right place and one right time, remember when these guys in basketball here, or baseball, or American handball, they call it football, they call it, oh my God, put this, have the numbers written in a certain kind of colors and all that. That's A-okay, and on the, how do you call it, in the field, all kind of things, and commercials, promoting a certain kind of stupidity, idiocracy. But when people come and say, well, how about this one? Unacceptable. Says who? Are you the moralist? Have a PhD in morality or something? Or in economia, ethics, or whatever it's called, Aristotle's. Come on. So anyway, I don't think that game between Ukraine and England will play on that stadium. It's either going to be empty, or they're going to say we're going to arrest any person who's going to say squeak. So the freedom of speech will be suspended for about 90 minutes. And about an hour before and half an hour after the game. Because, Poland has the European values. Yes. They're part of NATO and European Union. My friends, you have and I'm not talking about Poland here, you have a cobra, a snake. You can't make a pet out of a cobra. The cobra will do what it does best when, harassed. Bite you, spit at you, and all that. Deadly. So, now turning into Polish people, they have history, my friends. You can't just come with bullshit and tell them we're all brothers when they're like, really? Well, my grandfather was hanged by those guys. What are you talking about? Was your father or grandfather? And if you say no, okay, then let them do it to you and see how you're gonna be so inclusive. Yeah, bring them on, like Vlad the Impaler did with beggars and all those guys. Remember? He called Vlad the Impaler Dracula, which is, anyway. So he invited all these guys. When he became king over there, he said, well, I will save you guys. I will give you everything you want. So they came and have a feast, and then he closed the doors to the little things that I have and burned them alive. Bad dude. Anyway, it's right there in white. You see that? That's what it's at. And in many other places here on these little two things. Not here, but here too, and here too. I can't disclose it, but you gotta. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.